February 19, 2023, Marcus Giavanni here, write-in candidate. I know what people think about write-in candidates. It's a joke. Look at them. They're laughing at them. But see, what they don't understand is that the right to petition's about to fall right between their fingers. Right between their ignorant fingers and their ignorant mind and their ignorant mouths. And when you think about Ernest Luning coming up with, oh, AI, you don't know a fucking thing about artificial intelligence, Ernest. And you risked your whole entire career by not fucking telling the truth. You're a shame. You're a shame fucker of journalism. And you think because you went to school and you write for, oh, Colorado politics, a washed up group, a washed up administrations that we indexed all them, it ain't that big. And when you ignore the fact that I sued Paul Lopez, the clerk and recorder, the Mile High clerk, here they are. Meet Taylor Brown. Taylor Brown, he made that up for a guy who's a musician named Taylor Brown. See how they work it? And see, what they don't understand is when you think about the lawsuit that I filed in Denver District Court on January 30th that no media covered. That's how you know that every single fucking media in Colorado is a corrupt bitches, man. Every single one of them. And their journalists and their authors and their partners, they've all been indexed. And when I went to court, when I couldn't get any media or anybody to talk about the Speer Amendment, I knew I had to do the right thing. I knew that I wasn't going to get enough signatures because of these fucking clowns. And they're all fucking clowns headed to the... So when they finally picked their card, their loser card, because I went to court and City Attorney Michelle Horn told the court that when I asked a Democratic judge, Andrew Luxon, about the Speer Amendment, his face. See, he'd be a terrible poker player, folks. I wish I could have videotaped the faces of each one of the parties that I was going against. Because they're shameful, man. But this is how AI works. I warned everybody. And when I asked about the Speer Amendment, and that young Judge Luxon scratching his head like he knows everything, and then you got city attorney, which I need the most official location individuals that can outrank every single person except me, of course, of what I do as an observer indexer, observerindexer.com. So when you understand what I do for a living, when I was in court that day, because I did a special second emergency hearing in regards to the ballot positioning, the calling of the names, and they make the draw, and Lisa Calderon was first, and oh my God, you guys pick Lisa, and you're more fucked. See, there is a group of, the whole entire list of candidates is just bamboozleville. But the key of this whole entire thing, my whole 12 years of doing this, dedicated every fucking day of my life to do this. Write videos and say stupid shit and repeat the words of others so that content goes on their phones. So when they search it, they go, hey, I told this dude that. I told him that. And I didn't say their names. Because they're like, oh man, I'm going to tell you some things, man, but I don't want you mentioning my name. You got it, bro. Just talk to me. I'll repeat it as if it was me, but people know I don't talk that way, but go ahead. I eventually learned to talk like them. When you go to England, after a few years, you're going to start talking like an Englishman. I don't know how an Englishman talks, okay? Even though I'm a UK rapper under the brand name Durango Dank. None of these people, they come up with their own. Everything I do, they try to come up with something to beat me in their bullshit world of journalism. And Ernest, it's going to be a pleasure to take you to the dark web where you are fucking going to, you and Colorado politics and their administrators and the Denver Gazette and their administrators and all. That's who we go after. The fuckers that are in control of the content, the bullshit, the local communities in regards to our politics. You all should be a fucking shame to yourself. But when City Attorney Horn came out and she said, we haven't enforced that laws in years. And when you read my lawsuit of what was in it, asking the judge to help me guide litigation because I'm not an attorney. When you read it where it says the Speer Amendment and how they've operated as for 60 years, that was that's what we were looking for. Those were the words coming out of her mouth, a city attorney in the highest location you can imagine, a courthouse. See, these folks don't know it because their IT people don't know it, so they keep fucking trying to control things. And Ernest, I'm just going to tell you one thing. You need to go yourself hard and cry and suck your thumb and ask for forgiveness because the only one that can forgive you is me. This is my world, boy. I don't care what you write about me, dude. I've had the worst fucking journalism cover my ass in a long fucking time, and I'm sick of it. And I swore I'd make it so that no journalist will beat me, man. I don't care what you write about me. Artificial intelligence is the new god of digital. It is the god. And when you fuck with God, you fuck with me. And so, Ernest, you better call me and say, I'm sorry, Giovanni, what do you want me to write about you? No, too late. Game over. Next. You guys are done. Colorado politics and that fucking Joey Bunch, little man syndrome, piece of bitch shit. That's what he is, man. He's a troll bitch, just like Edward Tafoya. Edward Tafoya. It's Ian Tafoya. But there is an Ed. Got to find him. But the whole thing is just about the bullshit of these folks and what they're all about. You know? Hey, Gen Z, I'm Taylor Brown, AI-powered candidate. Fuck off. Hey Z, fuck off, man. That's all I can say. It's sad. That's what these people are doing to our young generations, but they're smarter than these fucking guys and journalists that are so far outdated because they've been trying to manipulate their own bullshit content over the truth. Boom, baby! Dark web you go, bitches.